Hey everybody, Theresa here of Larkin Design, and welcome back to our Kids Albums project. Today I am working on Nick's album, and so last year, his 10th grade year, he participated in National Academic League. He has been doing National Academic League since his 6th grade year. It's basically a quiz team, and last year, around November, December, he decided that he was going to step down from the team. And so I wanted to create a layout, just remembering his time on the team or on the league. And so I had a picture from the whole team. They had gotten together after one of the matches and taken a photo together. So I wanted to be sure and include this chapter in his life, in his albums. And I got the LA Studio kit for June of 2020 and was immediately just fell in love with these star chipboards. And so I decided that I thought it might be really cool to use all of the stars on one single layout. And so I'm going to challenge you today to go and find a pack of something or a set of ephemera or some kind of something that you want to use all of on a layout. And you're welcome to copy my layout exactly and use a different shape if you want to, or use flowers or hearts. Wouldn't that be cute? That would be cute to do this for a Valentine's layout with hearts instead of stars. But at any rate, I want to challenge you, and I've challenged myself here, to use all of the stars on one layout. So the concept that I'm starting with, I sort of went through all of the items that were in that kit. And then I also had this pattern paper from Dear Lizzie, It's All Good, because I wanted a pattern paper that would tie all of the colors in the collection together. And I wanted it to have all of the colors that were in those stars. So this is sort of a unifying element for the layout. And I'm going to just adhere this at the top of the page. Now, there's a couple of ways that you can do this. You don't have to put it at the top of the page. And I'll show you here. You can have it at the bottom. You can have it at the top, or the left side, or the right-hand side. There's a lot of different ways to do that. And then my concept here is to place the photo along the line, the dividing line between the pattern paper and the white cardstock background, and then put the stars on the white space of the background. And so this way, I know that I have the unifying element of the pattern paper, and I can use any and all of those photos around the layout. And so I'll explain to you how I'm going to make this work. First, so that just to make that photo pop a little bit more against that background, I'm going to layer a couple of the patterned papers from LA Studio. And I'm really simplistic about how I layer. I just chose 3 of the pattern papers. I did one as a full rectangle, the yellow one as a full rectangle around the photo. The white with gray dot pattern paper is just a little bit bigger than both of those. And then the red hearts, that I actually turned those sideways. And so that's really a very simplistic way of creating layers underneath your photos. But again, it just adds a little bit of presence to that photo on the page. And so once I have those down, I also added a tab there, I cut one of the labels that was part of the LA Studio June release. I cut that in half and made that sort of a tab. And then I'm going to place the stars around the photo. And so I want to tell you why this works the way that I'm doing this. Because if you scatter stars or you scatter stickers or embellishments randomly on a page, they're going to look like sticker sneeze. But what I've done here is there are 3 major points that form a visual triangle. The blue and white star at the top right, the yellow and white star at the bottom right, and the blue star on the left side of the photo. Those create the visual triangle that make this work so that it doesn't look like a sticker sneeze of chipboard stars. And then I basically built clusters around each of those stars. They will touch or visually touch each other, but I think that having the major stars as the anchor makes this the visual triangle, and so it works really well. It looks a little bit like pattern paper at the bottom of the layout. And I really just loved having all these happy, fun colors. It was really a lot of fun. And in the end, I was so glad that I challenged myself to do this. At this point, all of those chipboard stars are on the page, and there weren't quite enough. So, because you never have too many stars. So I went and grabbed some of the puffy stars from LA Studio that I had in my stash, and it's just a party of stars on this layout. We should have like a non-drinking game so that you take a sip of water every time I say star on this layout. And I'm not going to apologize for saying the word star over and over and over again, because this is a star-filled layout, and that's the whole point. So if you don't like stars, this video is not for you. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I was just having fun with this, really. And I figured to myself, well, you know, if I really, really, really want more of these stars and want to use more on a different layout, I can always probably order more, or you can use your star punches and punch out your own from different pattern papers. There's lots of different ways that you could interpret this layout. So consider yourself challenged. It was a really fun challenge to do, and just a good time here. So I also stamped my date there right underneath the photo itself. Notice how I used the little star or the little asterisk in between the numbers of the dates. So that was a fun way to incorporate stars in a different way. And then I needed a spot for my journaling, and so I just layered 2 little tiny labels here at the bottom. And since they were going next to a yellow and white star, I decided to use the red and the blue labels. I don't know if it matters, but I just wrote about how this was his last match for NAL. And then I also wanted to add just a little tiny something else there at the top next to that blue and white star. And really at this point, it's a matter of what more information do I need to have on the layout. And I wanted to spell out National Academic League, which was the perfect way to use these banner alphabets. I've seen so many cute layouts from the design team this month from LA Studio, and all the fun ways that they have incorporated these cute little banners into their layout. And so this was a perfect opportunity to create a little banner across the top. It also helps to tie in that pattern paper a bit more with the layout, and of course it conveys the information about NAL. And so that, I'm sorry, it takes a few minutes to arrange those. Alphabet stickers are the bane of our existence, aren't they? And but it was worth it at the end. It turned out so cute. I'm sorry, my head is getting in the way a little bit. But I decided, since it was 3 words, then the word national is the first one here that's going to go at the top. Academic is going to go from sort of the center and swag out to the top, and then league will be at the bottom. And I'm just using an old Cricut tool to straighten those out and get them kind of where I want them. And I'm sure that, you could connect these visually somehow. It would be fun to see how you can connect these. I've seen it connected with the pattern papers, so putting them along a strip at the bottom of a pattern paper, that would be fun. You could definitely, if you made one of your layers underneath your photo big enough, then you could add those stickers at the bottom of your photo. So, but they're going here, and I like that. I like that they repeat the points too. Those banners repeat the points from the stars as well. And I'm just looking here to see, I'm going to add one more little tab here on this bottom right hand corner of the photo. And so remember how I had talked about those main stars being the connecting points, and you can see how they all the stars almost touch now to form that visual triangle. And that completes the layout. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to check this out on the blog at larkindesigntm.com, and you can find lots of other ideas for your kids' scrapbook layouts as well. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.